No one is your friend. Trust wisely. Stoicism philosophy. Introduction. The truth about trust. Have you ever trusted someone completely, only to discover that they were never as loyal to you as you believed? Maybe you helped someone when they had nothing. You answered their calls. You defended them when they weren't around. You kept their secrets. You stood beside them during difficult moments. And then, when you needed them, they disappeared. Or perhaps they didn't disappear. Perhaps they simply changed. The person who once called you every day suddenly became distant. The person who knew your struggles started using them against you. The person you trusted with your private thoughts eventually shared them with others. And that's when you learned one of life's most painful lessons. Not everyone who is close to you is loyal to you. But Stoicism teaches us something even deeper. The answer is not to hate people. The answer is not to become cold. The answer is not to believe that everyone is your enemy. The answer is to trust wisely. Because one of the greatest mistakes you can make in life is giving someone access to your mind, your emotions, your money, your secrets, and your future simply because they are friendly toward you. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself to deal with people according to reality, not fantasy. Epictetus taught that we must understand what is within our control and what is not. And Seneca repeatedly warned about the dangers of placing our peace in the hands of others. So today, we're going to explore one powerful Stoic principle. Never assume everyone is your friend. Observe people. Test character. Trust slowly. And most importantly, learn to become your own strongest ally. If you want more powerful lessons on Stoicism, discipline, emotional strength, and becoming mentally unshakable, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well. One of the easiest mistakes to make is confusing friendliness with loyalty. Someone smiles at you. They laugh with you. They compliment you. They call you brother. They tell you that they love you. And you immediately assume, this person is my friend. But friendship is not proven by words. Character is revealed through behavior. Anybody can be friendly when everything is going well. The real test comes when your success creates distance between you. What happens when you stop giving them money? What happens when you disagree with them? What happens when you achieve something they haven't achieved? What happens when you stop being useful to them? What happens when you establish boundaries? Watch carefully. Because people's reactions to your boundaries often reveal more than their words ever could. A genuine friend may disagree with you, but they will still respect you. A selfish person may become angry because your boundaries prevent them from benefiting from you. This is why the Stoic doesn't rush to trust. He observes. He listens. He studies behavior. He allows time to reveal character. Remember this. A smile can be temporary. Character is consistent. Lesson 2. Stop telling everyone your business. There is a powerful Stoic discipline that many people overlook. Silence. You don't have to tell everyone what you're planning. You don't have to announce every opportunity. You don't have to explain every problem. You don't have to tell everyone about your relationship. You don't have to reveal your financial situation. And you certainly don't need to tell everyone your weaknesses. Why? Because information creates access. The more people know about you, the more opportunities they have to influence you. Some people will use your information to help you. Others will use it to manipulate you. And some will simply use it as entertainment. So learn to become selective. Your private life should remain private. You can be friendly without being completely exposed. You can love people without telling them everything. You can respect people without giving them unlimited access to your life. Privacy is not arrogance. Sometimes privacy is wisdom. Lesson 3. Watch how people treat those who cannot benefit them. If you want to understand someone's character, don't only watch how they treat powerful people. Watch how they treat people who have nothing to offer them. Watch how they speak to waiters. Watch how they treat employees. Watch how they treat strangers. Watch how they treat their family when nobody is watching. Watch what they say about people who are not present. Because eventually, The way someone treats others will become the way they treat you. A person who constantly mocks their friends behind their backs may eventually mock you behind yours. A person who betrays everyone's secrets may eventually betray yours. A person who constantly manipulates others may eventually manipulate you. Don't ignore patterns simply because you're emotionally attached to someone. Stoicism asks you to see reality clearly. Not the reality you wish existed. The reality that actually exists. Lesson 4. Don't trust people because you need them. This is a dangerous trap. Sometimes we don't trust someone because they have earned our trust. We trust them because we're afraid of being alone. We desperately want friendship. We want companionship. We want someone to talk to. We want someone to validate us. And because of that emotional need, we ignore warning signs. We tell ourselves, "He's probably not that bad. She didn't really mean it. Maybe they'll change. Maybe I'm overthinking." Sometimes you're not overthinking. Sometimes you're simply noticing reality. The Stoic teaches himself not to make decisions from desperation. When you desperately need someone, you become vulnerable to accepting people who don't deserve access to you. So learn to stand alone. Learn to enjoy your own company. Learn to walk away when necessary. Because when you are comfortable being alone, you stop accepting bad company simply because you fear loneliness. Lesson 5. Don't confuse kindness with trust. You can be kind without trusting someone. You can forgive someone without giving them another opportunity to hurt you. You can wish someone well without allowing them back into your inner circle. This distinction is extremely important. Many people think that being a good person means giving everyone unlimited access. It doesn't. You can say, "I forgive you," and still say, "But I don't trust you anymore." That's not hatred. That's wisdom. A Stoic doesn't need revenge. He doesn't need to destroy people. He simply learns from experience. If someone repeatedly demonstrates that they cannot be trusted, you don't need to punish them. You simply reduce their access to you. That's enough. Lesson 6. Watch people when you stop saying yes. One of the fastest ways to discover someone's intentions is to start saying no. Say no to unnecessary requests. Say no to manipulation. Say no to disrespect. Say no to things that violate your values. And observe. Some people will respect your decision. Others will suddenly become angry. They may call you selfish. They may say you've changed. They may remind you of everything they've supposedly done for you. Why? Because they weren't necessarily attached to you. They were attached to what you provided. This is a painful realization. But it can also be liberating. Your purpose in life is not to make everyone happy. Your purpose is to live according to your values. And sometimes that requires disappointing people. A boundary is not an attack. It is simply a declaration of where your responsibility ends. Lesson 7. Never give someone complete control over your emotions. If someone's opinion can completely destroy your confidence, they have too much power over you. If someone's rejection makes you believe you're worthless, they have too much power over you. If someone's silence determines whether you have a good day, they have too much power over you. Stoicism teaches us to reclaim that power. People can insult you. They can misunderstand you. They can reject you. They can criticize you. They can leave you. But they cannot control your inner world unless you surrender that control. You cannot control what people think. You cannot control what people say. You cannot control whether someone stays. But you can control how you respond. That is where your freedom lives. Your peace must not depend on another person's behavior. Lesson 8. Let time test people. Don't rush relationships. Don't rush friendship. Don't rush trust. Time is one of the greatest character detectors. Someone can pretend for a week. Someone can pretend for a month. Someone can even pretend for a year. But eventually, consistency reveals the truth. Pay attention to patterns. Do their actions match their words? Do they respect your boundaries? Do they celebrate your success? Do they support you when you have nothing to offer? Do they keep your secrets? Do they admit when they are wrong? Do they take responsibility? These things matter. Trust should not be handed out because someone makes you feel good. Trust should be earned through consistent behavior. Lesson 9. Be careful with people who only appear when they need something. You know the type. They disappear for months. Then suddenly, "Bro, how are you? I've been meaning to call you. Please, I need a favor." Sometimes people genuinely need help. And helping others is not wrong. But if a relationship exists only when someone wants something from you, pay attention. A healthy relationship has reciprocity. It doesn't have to be perfectly equal every day. But there should be genuine care. If you are always giving and they are always taking, that's not friendship. That's access. And you must learn the difference. Lesson 10. Never ignore how people respond to your success. Many people can handle your problems. They can give you advice when you're struggling. They can comfort you when you're broke. But can they handle your success? This is where relationships become interesting. Your success may reveal hidden jealousy. You might notice subtle comments. "You're lucky. You think you're better now. Don't forget where you came from." Sometimes those words are harmless. But sometimes they're revealing. A true friend doesn't need you to remain small so they can feel comfortable. They can celebrate your growth without feeling threatened by it. So don't be afraid to succeed. Just be careful about who you invite to celebrate with you. Lesson 11. You don't need many people. One of the greatest illusions of modern life is believing that having hundreds of contacts means you're surrounded by people who care about you. It doesn't. You can have thousands of followers and still have nobody you can call at midnight. You can have hundreds of friends online and still feel completely alone. Stoicism teaches us to value quality over quantity. You don't need 20 people who pretend to care. You may only need 2 or 3 people with genuine character. And even then, your strongest foundation should be within yourself. Build your discipline. Build your character. Build your emotional strength. Build your wisdom. Because people can leave. Circumstances can change. Relationships can end. But the character you build stays with you. Lesson 12. Learn to walk away without hatred. This may be one of the hardest Stoic lessons. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is walk away. Not because you hate someone. Not because you want revenge. Not because you want them to suffer. But because the relationship no longer brings peace, respect, or mutuality. Walk away quietly. Don't announce it. Don't create drama. Don't write a long paragraph explaining everything. Don't spend months trying to prove that they were wrong. Simply accept what you've learned. Then move forward. The Stoic doesn't need revenge. Reality is enough. Lesson 13. Don't become paranoid. Now there's an important balance. The message of this video is not, "Everyone is evil." That's not Stoicism. Stoicism doesn't teach paranoia. It teaches awareness. There are good people. There are loyal people. There are people who genuinely care about you. But wisdom means understanding that not everyone deserves the same level of access. Think about your life as having levels. Strangers don't receive the same access as acquaintances. Acquaintances don't receive the same access as friends. Friends don't necessarily receive the same access as your closest family. And even people close to you should not automatically receive unlimited access. Trust should have levels. That's wisdom. Lesson 14. Trust yourself first. This may be the most important lesson of all. Before you learn to trust other people, learn to trust yourself. Trust yourself to survive disappointment. Trust yourself to walk away. Trust yourself to say no. Trust yourself to make difficult decisions. Trust yourself to be alone. Trust yourself to rebuild. Because when you trust yourself, you don't desperately need everyone else's approval. You become emotionally independent. You can love someone without needing them. You can appreciate friendship without fearing its loss. You can accept rejection without destroying your identity. And that is powerful. The strongest relationship you will ever have is the relationship you have with yourself. Lesson 15. Your peace is more valuable than your popularity. At some point in life, you have to decide what matters more: being liked or being at peace. Because you cannot always have both. Sometimes protecting your peace means disappointing someone. Sometimes growing means leaving certain people behind. Sometimes becoming disciplined means losing people who preferred the old version of you. Don't be afraid of that. You are not required to remain the same person simply because other people are comfortable with who you used to be. Your life is yours. Your mind is yours. Your future is yours. Protect them. Final message: trust wisely. So, should you trust nobody? No. You should trust wisely. There is a difference. Don't close your heart. Strengthen your judgment. Don't hate people. Observe them. Don't become cold. Become discerning. Don't assume everyone is against you. But don't assume everyone is for you either. Let people prove themselves through consistent action. Let time reveal character. Let boundaries reveal intentions. Let adversity reveal loyalty. Let success reveal jealousy. And let your own wisdom guide you. Remember, not everyone who calls you a friend deserves access to your life. Not everyone who smiles at you wants to see you succeed. Not everyone who asks about your problems cares about your pain. And not everyone who walks beside you is walking in the same direction. But don't let this make you bitter. Let it make you wiser. Because the goal of Stoicism isn't to stop caring about people. The goal is to care without losing yourself. To love without becoming dependent. To trust without becoming naive. To forgive without forgetting the lesson. And to walk away without hatred when someone's presence becomes destructive to your peace. Marcus Aurelius spent much of his life reminding himself that other people's behavior belongs to them. Your response belongs to you. So stop trying to control who stays. Stop begging people to understand you. Stop chasing people who repeatedly show you that they don't value you. Stop giving unlimited access to people who have demonstrated limited loyalty. Instead, build yourself. Strengthen your mind. Protect your peace. Choose your circle carefully. And become so emotionally grounded that whether people stay or leave, you remain standing. Because ultimately, the goal isn't to live a life where nobody hurts you. That's impossible. The goal is to become someone who can be hurt. Learn. Recover. And continue moving forward. That is Stoic strength. That is wisdom. And that is what it means to trust wisely. If this message gave you something to think about, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more powerful lessons on Stoicism, discipline, emotional strength, and personal growth. And remember, trust slowly. Observe carefully. Love wisely. Protect your peace. And above all, trust yourself.